Hey guys, I'm back with a garden update. It is July 7th, I think, and things look very dry and sad. We're supposed to get a bunch of rain tomorrow because there's a hurricane. I just wanted to talk about how things are going. It looks like our parsley from seed is doing okay. I've had to rip off many pieces of the pineapple sage because it got huge. That's this right here. And I replanted it in different places. This is my first time with pineapple sage, so I didn't know this about it, but if you look closely, you can see some, I guess you would call them aerial roots. And you can basically just rip these off and put them in water or soil and they'll reroot. It's my first time growing okra as well. Sorry, I'm fiddling with my keys. We've got ants all over the okra, which we're going to have to take care of with something. Maybe the insecticidal soap. Otherwise they're gonna kill this just like they did the squash. But look how beautiful the okra flower is. I've never seen that before. It's beautiful. I didn't get to see, let's see. There's one right here that was already pollinated. Let's see if I can zoom in for you. It's already pollinated and it's gonna become a pretty okra. And what else is going on? We have lots of blooms on the French lavender. I want to pick them, but I'm going to leave them for the pollinators. Rosemary came back. It was really brown when I transplanted it, but it's happy. This green bell pepper, we have flowers. We have little buds, as you can see right there. But we've only had one pepper and it was maybe about that big. And this one over here, this green bell pepper, has some buds too. Maybe it's just too early in the season. Last year when I grew bell peppers, they really didn't get going until August or so. So I did a lot of cutting back last week. Did not cut the thyme. I cut a ton of chamomile. It was actually only one stick or one stem and it grew like crazy. So I cut bunches of it and gave them away to a local bunny rescue. I did the same with the parsley. It was out of hand, and the sage. So they'll just grow back happier and healthier now. We have tons of basil here. It's starting to go to flower. Zoom in, you can see right there. And that's where you could harvest the seeds from, right there. But it has wasps on it right now, so I will not be touching that. I also harvested the cilantro, which is looking sad. It may be nearing the end of its life here. But that's okay because that's normal for cilantro. You need to keep sowing new seeds over and over again. Here's one tiny okra. Don't know if it'll do much. Here's our ginger. Don't know what it's doing below ground, but it looks pretty good above, and then it's supposed to have pretty flowers. And Spanish lavender. So that is all for our herb garden. Our flower garden looks very thirsty, but it'll bounce back after our watering. Got some pretty stuff over here. I took out marigolds. And actually, none of these flowers were here the other day, so maybe taking out a bunch of these marigolds helped it thrive. There was maybe competition for the nutrients. I don't know what this is. I've had to take out some weeds. I didn't know what they were, but I knew they were definitely not something that was ever going to bloom. So more marigolds. Pollinators are really enjoying this garden. He looks like he's just rubbing the pollen all over himself. He's having a good time. And here's a little sunflower. We've got multiple sunflowers here. Very thirsty looking. Everything looks thirsty, but it'll get better after a good watering. So that is the Wildflower Garden. Okay, on to the vegetable garden. You remember we had huge squash here that were eaten up by ants and possibly squash borers. So took those out a couple weeks ago. I moved the mint over to a somewhat shadier spot in the garden because it was getting really leggy. And at home I have mint in part shade, and it really thrives there. So I moved it over here and cut it way back. Hopefully it'll like this spot. I brought some chives over from my garden that I was thinning out, and I put this is called a mini hybrid love watermelon that I took from the seeds of a watermelon that I planted last year and didn't quite make it. It only got about that big, but it did have about 6 seeds in it, and it's looking pretty nice. The watermelons are about personal sized, like maybe 5 or 6 inches, so I'm hoping that we'll actually get some over here this year. It's full sun, should be happy here. We've got Cherokee purple tomatoes. I don't know what that is at the bottom. I don't know if that's a problem or they're supposed to look like that, but they're getting pretty big. And they all actually seem to have that feature. I don't know what that is. Then we have spoon tomatoes, which I had never seen before. Look how cute they are. They're like the size of my thumb. I might have to take some with me because these are plenty ripe. It's cute. Even the leaves are tiny on this. Then we have shishito peppers. I'll take some of these with me. These are not hot. They taste kind of like a bell pepper. And there's another tomato plant over there. It's not looking as great. I think this one over here is not looking so great either. All right, cucumbers. Not looking terrific. Not looking terrific. I don't think these are going to last much longer. Normally in my garden, I would have cut back all of the dead leaves, but I didn't grow these, so I didn't want to mess with it. And we took the zucchini that was under here, and there's some peppers hiding under there. I'm most interested to show you. We have some beans that look nice. I wanted to show you these indeterminate tomatoes will just grow and grow and grow. That is one tomato plant. It's insane. It's the pink brandywine. Let me see if I can even get in here to show you. My goodness, what they look like. They're big. There they are. That one's huge. Still not ripe, but massive. And then Over here we have German pink. I thought we had some. Is this the German pink? There's the German pink. There you go. Only has one. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Amana orange. Also very big. Not ripe yet. Got some more up here. And then some more over there. And then these are lima beans. I've never grown these before, so I don't know how big they're supposed to get before you harvest them, but I tried to take a bite of one of these. It tasted like paint, so I don't recommend you try that. Then we've got some purple bush beans. Never eaten these either. So that's it. More lima beans. Yeah, this will definitely spread the tomatoes out next year. We learned our lesson on that. But that is a garden update for the beginning of July.